starting from Wood Orchard, Colton Burns Racing, number 307, Colton Burns.
I see ya. Nadie me llega, no tengo rival. Nadie me llega, soy original. Nadie me llega, no tengo rival. Al güey que se atreva a retarme, no se preocupe, le pago el funeral.
Alright, we're here guys. Day 2 at Erx. Car is all back together. We think we got the handbrake all fixed. Starting to return. And should be a good day today. Start third. And then we'll just pretty much go from there. I got my GoPro put on there. It's kind of wobbly though, but yeah, should be a good one. And I'll catch you guys in a bit before the race, and then we'll head out and see what we can do. Alright guys, so I'm alone in my camper now. About to change and then head out to the track. Johnny's spotting, so that's good again. Didn't have him at Crandon, so now I have him back. Like I said earlier, start third. I honestly didn't feel confident in the car yesterday. I felt like pretty, I don't know, just loose. Like the car wasn't really handling how I wanted it to. So hopefully today we can do good. But we're just gonna try our best this time. I don't really expect anything too big, but maybe we'll do better than I think. So let's get into the racing action right now, and I'll see you guys on track.
Here we go.
Lambo's not wasting any time, Shane, right away, taking off in front.
Yeah, excellent start there by Bo Ambos. He does have a win in the 1600 buggies. So good to see him running up front early on here. Maybe he can use that front row start to his advantage, but he is going to have Burns along with Seefeld hot on his heels as they come out of turn 2.
Wow, Seefeld already putting the loud pedal down, trying to reel in our leader on this first lap of the 1600 single buggy race. And Bo just needs to pay attention to what's out front, hit his marks. He knows he's got a fast car. Yeah, he just can't afford to make mistakes.
Ambos is a veteran guy just like Seefeld too. He's going to be really tough to pass. So Seefeld's going to have to pick his spot really nicely, or really wisely, I should say, if he's going to try to make this move. You see some water was put down trying to keep the moisture in the track. So one more thing all these drivers have to deal with.
There's Bo Ambos in that 388. Look at that, just trying to apex the turn. He had to get out of the gas a little bit.
Left the door open for Seefeld and almost made contact with one another. That's going to let Burns and the 307 get a run on Seefeld as they go into turn 1.
We were just talking earlier about Burns. He looked really, really quick in practice. He's showing us right in front that, hey, I'm here to stay. I know how to run these cars, so pay attention to Burns in third.
Yeah, one of the youngest drivers in the class, Colton Burns. Out there with a bunch of salty dog seasoned veterans.
Speaking of veterans, look at that. Already, Seefeld just going to work. Got to give Bo Ambos credit. He's sitting out front, one of the best in the business.
Yeah, like I told you though, Ambos, he's no pushover. He's going to be really tough to pass.
Right. Oh, a mistake by Seefeld. Going to allow.
Here comes Burns. They're going to go side by side down the big hill.
I wasn't sure if he's going to get a run. I didn't know if Burns would get it, but he does. Man, pushing Seefeld out really, really wide.
Nice aggressive pass. Aggressive but clean there by Burns to get past Seefeld.
Very, very smart move.
Yeah, everybody better pay attention to that 307. He is on the charge trying to run down Ambos. Almost bumper-to-bumper contact as they landed over the finish line jump. Burns doesn't look like he has much patience right now. He wants to get to the front of this field and do it now.
Yeah, Ambos got a little wide there. He's going to have to tiptoe through this 180. You don't want to push through it. Well, a little puff of smoke out of Burns.
Yeah, that car's been smoking all season so far, though, Brent. He still showed a lot of speed despite it, so must just be a little bit of blow-by the piston rings in the 307. That's Seafelt again back in the picture, trying to get that run, and Burns is just going to move over and take the line away.
Yeah, Mike Seafelt really doing a nice job. Oh man, just as I said it earlier, you can't make a mistake when you're running out front.
That's going to let Burns and Seafelt get by. Now maybe a puff of smoke out of Seafelt as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. There's another one out of Burns.
Wow, Seafelt really reset himself about a lap ago. Now he's got his head down. Remember, we have a halfway point in this one. The green flag still out that time by.
Well, we know he's fast, but how long can he hold off a veteran like Seafelt? And there is some steam coming out of the back of the 312 of Seafelt. My eyes did not fool me a few moments ago. So Seafelt might be running hot already.
Yeah, Seafelt, he wants to get out in that clean air. He don't want to eat any more mud.
And two cars, you got Burns showing smoke, Seafelt showing steam. They rubbed tires and they were smoking for a little bit there as well.
Look at that. Looks like he's hooked right up to the back bumper of Burns. Look at, there goes Seafelt now opening up the gap.
Just pushing him down into the rhythm section, and Seafelt in trouble. He's going to do a 360. Looks like he stalled the car as well, so he's going to try to get refired, but he is tumbling back through the field right now.
A rare mistake by Michael Seafelt. Burns now with a sizable lead over Bo Ambos.
Yeah, you got Ambos in second, and Jeff Baczynski, another veteran driver out there, running in the third spot with Ben Alcox up in fourth. So some fresh faces running up near the front in this one.
Yeah, all this competition, though, they learn. They're learning off the best of the best. They're getting their cars to work the way they like. As Burns, look at him just finessing that throttle, taking that red and yellow flag, meaning we're at the halfway point. Bo Ambos, he's quick enough to be right there. He's going to have another shot at this thing. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you see the smoke still pouring out of the back of the 307, but like I said, we saw that at Anigo, we saw it at Crandon, so I'm thinking it's just, you know, you can tune these engines and upgrade them a little bit compared to like light buggy. It's not just a stock 1600 motor. You can do some internal work on them, so I'm thinking that's just a little bit of blow-by, more of a feature than a bug. It's an interesting group of drivers leading the way right now.
Yeah,
a lot on the line for all these guys.
Yeah, and you're in position to win, so you have to really go for it in this second half, and right away you don't want to allow Burns to get out front and start checking out. So you want to make it tough for him. Get there first, try to get to that turn, and try to push him out of the way in a nice way. As we're going to go back, green flag racing. Look at Ambos. He's all over the back door of Burns.
Yeah, Ambos, he's got to be kicking himself for that mistake in the first half that gave up the lead. We know he's going to bring his A game here in the second half. See Baczynski trying to keep the pace with Ambos. Look at that speed from Burns, though. He is really putting together a nice run. You see Trelstad, that's Travis Trelstad, taking a peek to the outside of Baczynski, but just no space out there.
No, Burns, it looked like he had an extra gear. He's got that thing dialed in here at Erx Motor Park.
Seafelt just forced his way up alongside Alcox there. They were both on the same side of the split lane. That gets dicey there trying to put two open wheel cars in one lane.
Colton Burns still holding on to that top spot. You can see.
Just depends on how close they cut it on that race clock expiring. If you're not familiar with how we do things here in Champ Off-Road, when that race clock hits 0, the next flag that the leader sees will be the white flag. I think if I'm Colton Burns right now, I'm just like, come on, can it just run the clock a little bit quicker for me, please? I'd love to see the white flag.
Yeah, the minute you get out front, you're waiting for that white flag, Shane.
Yeah.
You like, come on.
Every driver wants more laps except the leader. He's ready for the checkered flag anytime you want to throw it.
Yeah, Bo's like, come on, I want 5 more laps at least. But Burns is doing what he needs to do very, very quick. A little mistake there, but he's got that gap.
Meanwhile, Travis Trelstad has gotten around Baczynski for third. So it will be 2 laps to go this time for Colton Burns from Bailey's Harbor, Wisconsin, trying to pick up career win number 1. Still the fastest lap of the race. Actually just run on that previous lap by Colton Burns. 1 minute, 1.7 seconds. So he's the fastest car on the track, running in clean air. Everything's looking up for him right now.
Yeah,
see another puff of smoke.
Yeah, that's definitely scooting around this race facility. You see him go a little bit wide there, trying to gain as much as he can at the end of this straightaway. Such a cool shot going through the split lanes into the Fox Shocks rhythm section.
Yeah, just a couple of really unique features on the Champ Off-Road National Tour. It's the only track, now the only track with a split lane. Of course, Lena had one, but they've since taken that out.
Should be coming to the white flag this time by. Faye should be displaying that white flag here on this left-hander. Burns really, really quick. In that 307, there it is, the white flags out that time by. Boy, he's been in a league of his own this second half.
Yeah, looked very strong. Of course, like we said, some of the other usual suspects running up front not having a great day so far. Seafelt, you saw that early spin. Fitzgerald having all kinds of issues. Just goes to show you, though, it can really be anybody's day. You just have to keep your head down and keep putting in the work in the weeks in between these races. The margins are so slim, but you know the cards can fall your way, and it could be you running up front, like we're seeing with Burns and with Bo Ambos running in second. Although Ambos starting to get a little bit of company from Travis Trelstad.
Yeah, you got to take it when you can. When you're out front, you got to keep it together. Get as many points as you can here at Erx Motor Park, and that's what Burns is going to do. Sitting right on that fine line, crisscrossing the blue groove.
He's been close a couple times, but he finally gets the job done. His first career win in 1600 buggy. Colton Burns is the round 5 winner. Ambos holds on for second.
In third from Buffalo, Minnesota in the 380, Travis Trelstad. And finishing runner-up in the 388 from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Bo Ambos. And taking the win in the 307, Colton Burns. Well, Nolan, 1600 single buggy never disappoints. Take it away, bud.
Thanks, Brent. You're absolutely right. This class is always a blast. We'll chat with our third place finisher here, Travis Trelstad. Travis, that was an eventful race, it looked like, to say the least. A lot of battling out there. Tell me about it from your point of view.
Well, it was a really fast track. There's a couple spots where it's almost a little dusty, and I got a little squirrely a couple times, but I was lucky enough to hold it together and stay with these guys.
These guys were all running fast up front. You looked like you were tracking them down at the end. Was there any lines you were finding towards the end that were working better for you?
It's just so hard to pass. I was kind of trying just to go back and forth, outside in. It worked to an extent, but then at the top over there, I was kind of cutting out a little bit. My carb was loading up, so I think that was kind of hurting me. But it was a good race. I'm happy about it.
Who would you like to thank today?
Well, I'd like to thank Farm Right Equipment, TM Manufacturing, Bruce Fraley, Dinsmore Engines, Shock Tech, all my friends and family who came out. And I think that's about it.
Congratulations, Travis Trelstad, third place today in single buggy. Moving on over, second place, Bo Ambos. Bo, that track looked like a lot of fun, and you had the best view of it. Started up front and kept up there the whole race, man.
I started all the way up front, and I fell back one. Hats off to Colton, man. It was a good drive. It's a fun track. It's fast. It's flowing. But the second you get out of the groove, man, I made one error, and actually him and Seafelt got by me. Seafelt made the same mistake as I did, and I happened to get back by him. But it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Who would you like to thank today?
I want to thank my wife, KK, Kristen Ambos, guaranteed rate. Thank you so much, baby. Scotty Stadler, my spotter, my right-hand man, been with me for years. And every time I'm up here, I always forget to say thank you. So thank you, Scotty. What should I say? Well, guaranteed rate, victory sign, Mark Steinhardt engines and transmissions and shocks, and generally all-around helper for me.
I just have to thank everybody
good race today. Got my first win.
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts, Mark?
Attaboy, I guess, you know.
Attaboy. Well, I thought that was awesome, you know. And that's going to wrap it up pretty much for today's video. You saw what you needed to. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We still got another race to do on the weekend, so we'll see what happens.